Hello ladies and gentlemen. Today is Accentuate the Negative 1.4. It is called In the Chips. It's going to be located on page 14 through 15, A through E, and the ACE problems 32 through 38, and 52 through 54. And your learning target is the same learning target that we had last time. I can interpret the addition of integers by relating values to real-world situations. And today's lesson is all about another way we can view addition and subtraction of integers. The last lesson was mostly on just comparing integers and modeling them off the things that we knew. So we're going to take another little step forward. Now, what you want to put down for notes is chip model for integers. And using a chip model, we can add and subtract integers and keep track of zero pairs. And what is a zero pair? A zero pair is simple. If we have a positive one and we have a negative one, okay? Remember my evil twin model of integers? If we have a positive Spock and the evil Spock combined, they would cancel out. Well, if I have a positive one and I have a negative one and I combine those, I end up getting 0. And that's basically an example of a zero pair. And what we do with the chip model is keep track of zero pairs. For instance, if I have a positive side and a negative side, and I have a bunch of chips here, I have 3 positive chips, or let's say 4 positive chips, and this part you will probably want to put down in your notes, and I have 2 negative chips, well then I have pairs that cancel out. This positive and this negative cancel out and destroy each other. This positive and this negative cancel out and destroy each other, and I'm left with positive 2. Well, what did I really have here? I had 4 positives, and I combined them with 2 negatives, and I ended up with 2 positives left over, because a pair of positives and a pair of negatives canceled each other out and left me with just 2 positive chips remaining. So this is a good way to kind of think about that idea of integers being the opposite of a whole number. So let's try some examples. And you might want to put these examples in your notes. You don't need a whole lot of room for these, but it helps. Let's say I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 positive chips, and I have 2 negative chips. Okay, well first it's going to be a positive 5 plus a negative 2, and usually you want to put that negative 2 inside of parentheses, because we're not saying negative, we're subtracting something, we're saying negative 2 is our value. And if we take a look at this, we have 1 positive and 1 negative getting canceled out, and a second positive and negative getting canceled out. And what am I left with? I am left with 3 positives. Okay? And for negative 4 minus negative 2. Well, now it gets really kind of tricky here, right? If I had a 1, 2, 3, 4 negatives, I have 0 positives, what happens? Well, I'm removing 2 negatives. What does it mean if I'm removing 2 negatives? Well, it means just what that means. I'm taking 2 of these and taking them away, throwing them out of the board. And if I take those 2 away, I'm left with negative 2. And this is where things get a little bit screwy. Because really, what did I do here? If this was temperature, and it was negative 4, and I took away negative 2, the temperature will have risen by 2 degrees. You can see how that works here with the model. Think of how that really works in real life. Think of what that means. I am adding by subtracting a negative. Wrap your head around that a little bit and save it for the next units, which it will become incredibly important with the next couple lessons. Today, not so much. Today you're going to be doing some practice. It starts on page 14 and 15, A through E, and then you'll be doing the ACE problems 32 through 38 and 52 through 54. All right, ladies and gentlemen, have a nice night.